Can Baker Mayfield establish himself as a top 10 NFL quarterback in 2021? I hope so, and we're going to talk about it next. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Sports Sanctuary. As you can tell from the title today, we're going to be talking about Baker Mayfield and his chances to be a top 10 NFL quarterback in 2021. But before we get into all that, if you haven't done so already, please do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications so you can get alerted every time I upload new content. And if you have some time, please give the video a thumbs up because it helps out the channel, and I would appreciate it very much. If you don't have time, it's cool, nothing but love for you. Thanks for coming here and joining me today. But with all that being said, let's go ahead and jump into today's video topic. Coming into the 2020 season, many question if Baker Mayfield was the answer to the Cleveland Browns' decades-long quarterback drought. It was unanswered if he could be the team's franchise quarterback. However, I feel like he's proved himself last season to an extent. Mayfield had a great second half of the season in which he compiled 2,049 passing yards on a 63.9% completion rate. Decent, not great. He totaled 11 touchdowns and impressively only threw one interception. I think that's the biggest highlight there. The Browns' record over the second half of the season was also 6 wins and 2 losses, with one of these losses coming against the New York Jets, in which the whole receiving core and offensive line were hit with COVID, and a handful of backups were expected to play like they practiced in the parking lot that day. And we still had a chance to win that game, and we didn't win, and I was pissed off. But anyway, Mayfield carried on this momentum into the wild card round of the playoffs against the Pittsburgh Steelers as well. In that game, he basically picked the Steelers secondary apart for 263 yards. He completed 61.7% of his passes. And along with this, he threw 3 touchdowns against arguably the best defense in the league last season. So that was very hopeful to see going forward. In the second round of the playoffs, Mayfield held his own against the reigning Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs, even though there was some bad play calling and he made a couple bad decisions. He did all right for the most part. He threw for 204 yards and completed 62% of his passes. He also threw for 1 touchdown and 1 interception against a very talented Chiefs secondary. But if Mayfield is able to continue this amazing run that he had from the end of the season going into the playoffs through the 2021 season, he'll finally take the next step into being an elite quarterback, I feel like. There's going to be plenty of obstacles standing in Mayfield's way for him to make this leap. I feel like the first major obstacle he's going to have to really get over is the schedule that we have heading into next year, because it was recently announced that there would be a 17th game added to the schedule, which means this will be another week that Baker will be held to a very high standard to make it into elite territory. Along with this, the Browns have an incredibly tough slate of teams in front of them this year as compared to last season. It's going to be a grueling schedule, and it's going to really put Baker Mayfield and the Browns to the test from start to finish. Their home games will be against the Denver Broncos, the Las Vegas Raiders, the Detroit Lions, the Chicago Bears, the Houston Texans, Baltimore Ravens, the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Cincinnati Bengals, and the Arizona Cardinals. The away games for the Browns will feature the Los Angeles Chargers, the Kansas City Chiefs, the Green Bay Packers, Minnesota Vikings, the New England Patriots, the Ravens, Steelers, and Bengals, of course. Some games against elite teams and defenses on that list that really stuck out to me: elite defense in Chicago. Broncos had a decent defense last year. New England Patriots always have a typically decent defense. The Arizona Cardinals have high-flying offense. The Green Bay Packers, high-flying offense. Pittsburgh Steelers and Baltimore Ravens are always going to be a hard opponent for us because of divisional rivalries and all that. And all of those defenses ranked in the top half of the league in passing yards allowed last year. So it's going to be a really hard schedule. But despite this, there are still some factors that will take some weight off Mayfield's shoulders going into this year, I feel like. The first being his supporting cast. Mayfield, if he's having an off game, the Browns have a rushing attack that should be able to cover up a lot of his holes. And along with this, the team will still have one of the best offensive lines in the league. And with a new and improved defense, that should help the Browns win a lot more closer games. Baker should be able to really manage this team a lot better and put himself in elite conversations. Lastly, Mayfield will not have to learn a new brand of offense over the offseason for once, and one of the first times in his career. And with Kevin Stefanski being the head coach for the long haul, Mayfield will have some consistency in the same scheme and all that, which is great. But regardless of all that, at the end of the day, I feel like Baker will have no excuses in 2021 to at least be a top 15 quarterback, let alone top 10. He's going to have a competent head coach for his second year in a row. No new scheme, like I said. He's going to have a top 3 rushing attack. He's going to have one of the better offensive lines in the league, and he's going to have a competitive defense. There's just no excuses. And with the time of Baker's contract ending, coming closer and closer, I sincerely feel like this would be the year for Baker to establish himself as an elite quarterback in the league so he can earn the big contract that he deserves and take the Cleveland Browns to where they feel like they deserve, and that's the Super Bowl. But what do you guys think? Will Baker prove himself as an elite quarterback in the top 10 this year in 2021? Or is that just Cleveland Browns with their wishful thinking, Cleveland Browns fans with their wishful thinking? Let me know down in the comment section down below, and let's talk Browns football, baby. If you found any value in this video, please drop a like, subscribe to the channel, share the video with your friends, and I'll see you guys next time. Nothing but love for you. Thanks for supporting the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.